episode of Super Reaction Bros. I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And folks,
guess what? Yeah, that's right.
That's right, folks. It's once again Cage time. And no, we're not talking about a serious one like Pig did. Apparently, Pig was very well, unironically received.
Now we're diving back into the weirdness within supernatural
stuff.
So
today we have the official trailer for Prisoners of the Ghostland. It stars him and the chick who tried to beat the mummy again and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So basically, a criminal has to break an evil curse. I can't talk today. In order to rescue an abducted girl. That's the basic premise. We already know by the name of it, it's gonna be ridiculous. I mean,
they need his help, and he's a criminal, so they need his help and get into this other supernatural world.
Apparently, this was one of Nicolas Cage's favorite more recent films to work on. It was one of his favorite ones to work on.
Well, let's check it out and see what it's like. So let's dive into this for the official trailer for Prisoners of the Ghostland. So here we go.
My granddaughter has been lost to us.
Holy crap. Awesome.
I would have her return to me post-haste. And you, sir, I am told, are the man to do the job.
Oh, thank God they gave him pants.
Each arm is equipped with an explosive device. Your trousers are also equipped with explosives.
Here's nuts.
Really? It's beyond the point where we now stand lies of highway where evil reigns.
What is this?
At the end of 5 days, if you have not returned with beneath, well, I think you get the idea, son. Godspeed.
You know, it's a bit much when it totally looks like
this is the Ghostland.
Blatantly obvious.
A land of no escape. We are not the ones who hold her captive. It's been 2 days, and still she is missing.
You gave him 5 days.
Get out of here.
Must surrender to fate.
You know what? Sure.
Battle Royale.
Or what is that?
I don't even want to say it.
Radioactive.
I am radioactive.
No one!
Nicolas Cage. Yeah, this is the wildest we've ever made.
Yeah. That's what you meant. Okay, so here, look. Okay, so I want to bring up that initially, just based on the guy's title, Sion Soho, you can tell this is interesting. Why don't you play in titles alone? Why don't you play in Hell? Love Exposure, Suicide Club. Sorry, DC on the Brain, and Cold Fish. So
he's worked on some some other crazier stuff.
Yeah, so I can tell with all the quotes that were thrown in my face that he's the kind of director from
Eagles balls to the wall,
from the East, as a word that goes over the top with his films.
Yeah,
and now he's from Boss Hogg, Nicolas Cage, and
But to me, it's like I get that with a lot of like certain filmmakers, especially from the more on the East side of things. Pretty much, it's the type of thing where I'm like I'm used to it because I've seen a lot of weird stuff. So this is they're just amping the level up for Nicolas Cage in a way. To me that's all it is, really.
Yeah, you can tell the difference between Suicide Squad, where it's a very subtle cue as to where the explosive is, where for Nicolas Cage it's literally like playing Resident Evil 4 and hitting the extremely obvious weak spots on the enemy.
Yeah, especially in his nuts. That's
it's just okay. I get Nicolas Cage in it. I get the not mummy chick in it. Boss Hog?
The Boss Hog looking dude. I think they needed the most. They needed the most whitest character there was.
And of course,
American character.
Yeah, of course, the trailer corrected me. It's the wildest movie he's ever done. One of the wildest movies he's ever done. And like, you can tell. I mean, nothing screams "I am radioactive" like samurai swords and punching people in the face. And not giving a guy 5 days. Like, it's been 2 days. Give dude 5 days. What the fuck? You don't have a calendar, dude? You have the guy explosive nuts. I'm sure you have a calendar. Go for a calendar. Jesus Christ. But yeah, this looks over the top insane.
It looks balls being crazy.
I will
probably all on board on this myself.
I will put this on whatever streaming service comes on my list. Q, favorites, whatever they call it. Because it's Nicolas Cage. And the world had to balance itself out after Pig was normal Nicolas Cage, and now we have to rebalance it out with Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage always has those crazy films, but then it's like one of those things where it's like out of the blue he'll actually come out with something where it's like, okay, that really actually looks pretty good. And then he goes back to the craziness again.
Yeah, it's what's called the John Travolta method. You do a couple of bad films, and then you do a couple of good films, but then we go right back to doing a couple of bad films, and you go right back to it's a cycle. You know, for Nicolas Cage, it's probably.
He's getting the paycheck, remember? He's getting paid for it, you know? So it's like, that's what matters right now.
But it looks like Nicolas Cage legit wanted to be on board with this. I won't be surprised if he ever had interviews like, dude, I saw the dude's work, and I was like, hell yeah. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. That's my best Nicolas Cage voice, by the way. I wouldn't be surprised, like, if he really didn't want to board this. It got selected by Sundance. I mean, shit, somebody went, Nicolas Cage, wacky outlandish shenanigans from a crazy Asian director. On board.
That's Nicolas Cage though. That's why I said that's what we have our Cage time moments, because he does so many wacky films. But again, some of these wacky films turn out to be like, okay, it's actually pretty good, or it's like it's actually something that's like we want to watch, or this or that. It's like it's that crazy. Yeah. It's Nicolas Cage. He gives us 150%, like John Travolta does in a lot of his weird films. It's like he gives 110, 50, whatever percent.
High percentage
into these roles.
I mean, even not talking, he's done good. Like that. Apparently, he's the best part about Willy's Wonder World, other than the fact that it's a very stereotypical horror film. He's the best part of it, and he doesn't have any lines. I guess lines cost extra for Nicolas Cage, I guess. But
it's like when you grab those actors that's why I said they put everything into it pretty much, and it's like you really don't have to put too much into it, and that's why I keep bringing up John Travolta, but it's like you look at some of his smaller films and he puts everything into it, where he's in a role that it's like you really barely have to put anything really, but they put so much into it, you're like, I just want to see his performance. That's about it, and like I said, that's how Nicolas Cage is in all of his films. It's like he could be that crazy guy, he could be that silent guy, but even as a silent guy, it's like he gives a hell of a performance, so this film, I definitely can't wait until it hits streaming services. I can add to my list. I can watch it later or watch it the sooner the better. Yeah, so other than that, folks, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else, when it comes to talking about Cage Time, hit the subscribe button down below, hit that bell icon as well. Let us know what you guys' thoughts are on this trailer, pretty much for for Nicolas Cage's next film. You like watching his balls to the wall films. You like watching them. You love it because he gives his pretty much 150% all in these characters that he plays. You have any favorites, whether it's the big hit movies or the smaller movies that really stand out to you the most? I mean, let us know in the comments down below. Put down what you thought of our reaction overall, but most importantly, we thank you for watching. So until next time, folks, I'm Kristen. I'm Christopher. And this has been a very radioactive, Cage Time filled episode of SRB. See ya. Later. Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
as well as one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can find us on Twitter and Stardust
at Super React Bros,
as well as on Facebook
at Super Reaction Bros.